comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Series 50 Shane McMahon. Here we do have Shane O'Mac in the packaging, and as you can see, he does come with an announce table, which I'm really looking forward to. You can see the TV monitors here, the two side plating, and then the announce table in the back. Also comes with his diorama piece, but I don't really care about that. Side of the picture we have an image of Shane O'Mac. Same image right here. And then on the back we have a little bio of Shane O'Mac. Name, Shane McMahon. Height, 6'2", weighs 230 pounds, from New York City. His ring attire is from his historic bout with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 32. Signature move, Coast to Coast. Career highlights, European Champion and Hardcore Champion. Other figures of this line do include John Cena, Baron Corbin, Rhino, Stephanie McMahon, and Warlord. And then the diorama here, which again I really don't care for. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get this guy posing out of the packaging, and then we'll go on to the rest of his review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Shane McMahon posing out of the packaging. As always, before we get on to the figure, let's go on with his accessories. First off being the display stand. Again, love the display stand, hate that. Let's throw that away, that's garbage. Gonna keep the stand, so not much to go about that. So let's move on to his actual accessory, moving Shane O'Mac off to the side. He does come with the WrestleMania announce table, and it is breakaway. It just looks really nice as of right now. There is some assembly required. As you can see, it does come in, I believe, 4 pieces. You have the main piece, actually 5, not including this separating, but we have the 2 side panels, the front plate, each piece of the table individually, and then the covering, which you can see it looks really nice. I really like that WrestleMania 32 sign. And there are some TV monitors in there, so if you're wondering how this works, you just basically unpeg this. The covering has 4 tabs. You can see one here, 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 and here. The monitors sit in. They are keyed. You can see there's a little ledge at the very edge of it, and that will go sliding in right there. But ideally what you want to do is have your figure bust through it, and I really don't like putting my Elite figures through tables, so we actually do have basic Brock Lesnar here. And the idea is you just have him go through the table like that. It's not always guaranteed to break the way you want it to, and that's just the nature of the beast for you. It's wrestling after all. But it is a really cool accessory, and I'm really glad that they threw it in with Shane O'Mac, because, you know, it is his thing. I think at the end of the video we're going to put him through the table just because it's Shane O'Mac. So if we do have his table, let's get that assembled. And it's easy to assemble, it's not like it's complicated, we do have it here. Moving the table off to the side so we can actually have a look at Shane O'Mac, and I'm gonna say there's some things I like about this figure and some things I don't like about this figure. Let's get on to the really big negative first. His head. His head is just so massive in comparison to the rest of his body. It actually looks like a Jax figure because of how big his head is in relation to his body. But they did a really good job making Shane O'Mac here, or maybe Jay Leno. I don't know, the chin is kind of big. You know, from some angles it looks like Shane O'Mac, from others it kind of looks like Jay Leno. That's okay because Jay Leno did actually wrestle one match. You can see his Shane O'Mac t-shirt. Has 3 right here. Has the M squared. Then we have the money on the back, having 32, which coincidentally is also my brother's favorite number, so just throwing that out there. I don't know why I did. It's random trivia for you guys. You can see he's wearing the sweatpants. And then we go on to his fancy Jordans, although they didn't really give him Jordans because copyright and everything. But really do like the way they sculpted the sleeves. I believe they did this on Big Boss Man, if the camera will focus, but I'm really not too sure. I don't own the Big Boss Man. So that's Shane O'Mac for you guys. So let's actually take a little moment to go over his articulation. He does have the standard articulation, even though he has this rubber overlay. He still has an ab crunch in there. His articulation is a ball-jointed head. He can look up surprisingly well, down quite a bit, can tilt his head slightly, not the greatest range of movement, but we do get left and right movement. Arms on a ball joint go out to about that far. They do a full 360. Mine's really stiff going in and out, although now that I've messed with it, it's not as stiff. This one not so much. He does have a bicep swivel. Single bend in the elbow, although we don't really get 90 degrees, which is surprising because we normally do get 90 degrees on WWE figures. He has a swivel in the wrist as well as a hinge. He does have an ab crunch, although that's the most you're going to do with it. The shirt is soft, but it's not soft enough to grant him full mobility of that ab crunch. So just be aware that the shirt will hinder some of his ab articulation. And I don't know, but it looks like there might be a shirt painted underneath him. I know I really don't want to take this off, even though it looks like... Yeah, maybe his shirt is painted underneath him. Interesting. But he does have a waist swivel. Legs go forward, back, and out. Swivel at the hip. Double jointed in the knee, although we don't get the best range of movement. Again, surprising because we normally get a lot of articulation out of that knee. He has this boot hinge, although on mine, or swivel in the boot, you can see it's moving around. It shouldn't move around. It should be solid like this joint. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to take a look at that, heat that joint up and take it off. And then we do get an ankle hinge, although moving it around, I don't want to move that ankle around, but he does have an ankle hinge. So that's Shane O'Mac for you. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him posing out of the packaging, and then we'll go on to the rest of his reviews. Or get him posed for my final thoughts, then we'll finish up his review. So here we have Shane O'Mac out of the packaging for my final thoughts, and just because I think everybody wants to see Shane O'Mac go through the table, we're actually going to just drop him on the table like he did against his match against The Undertaker. So we're just going to pose him for his elbow drop. And then we're going to just lightly drop him through the table. And that works so much better than I could have imagined. And that looks so cool. Like, just get a look at that carnage. Really, really cool. I do like that. I'm going to pose him like this, honestly. So, yeah, so overall I really do like this figure. I mean, it's a particular event that I'm pretty sure every wrestling fan saw, and you know, it just looks so hilarious when you have Shane O'Mac sprawled on the table like this. It's just hilarious. I'm really glad I picked this guy up. Anyway, I found Shane O'Mac at Walmart. I just decided to cruise in after work, hoping to find something, and wouldn't you know, I actually found most of Elite 50, so I picked up a few figures. Overall, I really do like Shane O'Mac. If you can find him, definitely take a look at him, pick him up. If you want an announce table, this is an easy way to get it, because I know it's not an easy accessory to come by. And with that being said, guys, I'm King of Dragons 5000 saying don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go check out all my other action figure reviews. All my WWE figures are also up, so go ahead and check those out. And while you're at it, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and I'll do my best to put it in my collection. If it doesn't fit, then I'm so sorry about that, guys. But until next time, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.
My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.